come from a small city where nothing is handed. Took my talents and made them work for me, look where I landed. I know a lot of those out there really don't want me having it. They just mad that I'm creeping on them and they had advantages. See, when my voice is on, I let my voice be the change. Put it in these communities, let it give them some range. Let them know that they got a shot at anything they want, and it ain't all about the teaching, but really how they responded. And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world on Smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it. I am unapologetically progressive in efforts to fight for the people. Gotta exercise our voting rights and then push the needle. I'm walking tall, cause I know that y'all expect me to lead. To push the message I am willing to bleed. I gotta get what I need. That's social reform, that's prison reform. I'm highly informed, don't put down a pen. I got a list, I can't resist. I preach it till I talk with a list. And who you know gon' give it to you like this? And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world on Smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, not what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, man, let's talk about it. We got a lot to talk about right here. KBLA Talk 1580. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show, the whole 9 to the nighttime, right at 9, back at our regularly scheduled time to bring your evening some stimulating conversation and perhaps even a little bit of shine. Yeah, how was your Thanksgiving, huh? Yo, mine was fantastic, for real. I pray that each of you were able to spend your holiday weekend surrounded by the people you love while devouring some of the foods that you may love just as much as your family. And trust me, I know what you mean. Macaroni and cheese and I consummated our relationship on Thursday night. I'm just saying, like for real. And it produced some bouncing baby boys as a result. Okay? Yeah, I know, that's nasty. Deal with it. But I digress. Now, usually I come in on Monday to drop a political or social justice topic that has permeated the black zeitgeist over the weekend, but over Thanksgiving, I still had the conversation that we, unfortunately, had to cut short when Queen Robin and I departed the KBLA studios last Wednesday. It was just on my mind as I was driving out of here and all throughout the weekend, and I know that when we returned on Monday night, we just had to reboot the subject matter to further unpack where the pulse of the black community might just lie. For those that missed it, I played a simple upon further review audio clip on Wednesday, which caught fire on these microphones, on our socials, and also, unsurprisingly, on our phone lines. It featured a young therapist named Kitty J. Rose, who put up a video entitled "Love Won't Make It Last," which went viral last week, and here's a tiny and tasty morsel of Kitty J's topic of conversation. Listen.
I asked one of my uncles, was it love that kept you married to my auntie? And he said, no. I ain't married your auntie because I loved her. He said, no. Love, that's too much of an emotional process. I married your auntie because she stayed on my neck. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if it wasn't for her.
Harmless, right? However, the extended version of that clip prompted me to ask a simple follow-up question, which was, can a man be in a long-term marriage, have a one-night stand with a woman, and still be in love with his wife? I repeat, can a man be in a long-term marriage, have a one-night stand with a woman, and still be in love with his wife? And you would think that I asked if y'all truly knew Jesus or something. The activity within the KBLA ecosystem for the last 30 minutes of the broadcast went nuclear. We even had a friend of the program call just to engage in a spirited debate with Queen Robin to finish out the night. And what I learned was, at least from my anecdotal perspective and personal point of view, it appears as though a large segment of the black community feels as though a black man can have a one-night stand with a woman and return home to his wife with no change in the way he feels or even felt about his woman. Yeah, he may foolishly indulge in a short 15-minute romp between the sheets with a random woman he met in a bar in Las Vegas at 2 a.m. while drunk on beer, hard liquor, and wine. But I promise you, that woman will likely be forgotten by the time he crosses state line. He simply identifies it as one stupid and spontaneous sexual activity that took place in one space and time. But another segment of the black community feels that marriage and or long-term committed relationships demand devotion. You should never be allowed to drop the ball like that. No pun intended. The love and respect that you have sworn to that woman, perhaps even under God, should implore you to pump your brakes within those situations, and your oath of faithfulness should follow you and your frisky friends to wherever you fellas frequent. That's not an F, son. Once again, no pun intended. I'm just saying. However, they also believe that if you want to be free to have random sexcapades with women, that option is always available to you by simply freeing your woman from the shackles of an artificial commitment and becoming a single black man again. Just say the word. But they don't want you wasting their time by trying to play devoted husband and father on social media while doing dirt that is uncouth, while simultaneously making them look like a fool to those watching who know the real truth. And this is where the chasm lies. There's long been an understanding and even an expectation within society that the moment you commit yourself to another human being, you can only have sex with that person for the rest of your life. Even though some may find that to be extremely unreasonable and others find it damn near biologically impossible, society expects for anyone that commits to another human being to only share their bodies with the one they've committed to. Obviously, many men are having a difficult time with this archaic way of thinking. And I even believe many 21st century women are starting to understand why. Just like this young lady broke it all down on the pregame, explaining how women aren't holding up their end of the wifey bargain in 2022. Is it a factor? You decide. Listen.
To a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl, and what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore, so he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times, she already has a kid, so he's not fulfilling his mating strategy. On top of that, even if he does find a good woman that maybe has the qualities he's looking for, she was going to want him to marry her. And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half, and take my kid, and she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it? But like men are logical. They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
Are men feeling as though today's women aren't living up to the traditional wives of the past? And perhaps they feel they shouldn't live up to the traditional role of husbands as a result. Pretty interesting, huh? In conclusion, I'll be honest. I'm somewhat in between on this topic. On one side, I truly believe that if you're going to verbally commit yourself under God to one person, you have to follow through on what you said you were going to do from jump. It's not fair to change the rules at halftime. That's unfair to her, and it's unfair to yourself to constantly be living a lie. You don't want to do that. And on the other side, I do feel it's dang near impossible to hypothetically enter into a relationship or a marriage with someone in your 20s and your 30s and live under the assumption that you will have sex with that one woman and only that one woman for the next 70 to 80 years, especially when a sex life can get stale within the first 2 years of a relationship. And committing your body to one person for life seems a little far-fetched, but it can be done. People do it all the time, but it takes work. And podcaster Tim Ross broke it all down inside the basement just a few days ago. Listen.
Marriage is work. Staying with the same person for 50 years is work. Staying with the same person for 65 years, that's work. That's not just love, that's work. Love works. True love will work. True love will make you work on yourself. It will make you work on your relationship. It will make you work on your communication style. It will make you work on your tone. It will make you work on being home on time. It will make you work on cooking. It will make you work on cleaning. True love actually works. It ain't just a feeling, it's an action. I've been married for 23 years. I'll be married for 24 years, May 1st of 2023. Our love works for each other. We work at this. This ain't just we wake up every morning just in love. We work at it. And we've worked at it for 23 years, and that's why the relationship is so good. Juliet's my girl. You know what I'm saying? But we work at this. It's not just some, I woke up like this. I woke up like this. No, I didn't just wake up like this. I worked at this. I worked at this. We worked at this. But when you don't work, it doesn't work. If only one of you is working, it's not going to work. And so if both people don't show up with the tools, or both people don't at least show up with the mindset that, hey, we want to make this work.
That sounds familiar. Both have to be on board, and both have to want to make this work. The bottom line is, if you cannot commit to one person, stay single. If you can, get married. But even if you think you can and you wind up screwing up in the process, make sure that as a man, you weigh whether or not that booty call is worth it. And as a woman, weigh whether or not leaving and placing that call to the divorce lawyer is worth it. Because at the end of the day, for all have sinned and come short. But that doesn't mean you should commit to someone and then subsequently sell yourself short. But that's just me. Tell me what you think, LA. Is it reasonable to believe that a man can be faithful to one woman for decades? Listen, decades. Yo. Or is it reasonable to believe that a man is going to drop the ball? And fellas, come on. It's a keep it real night tonight. Can you be faithful to one woman for the rest of your life? And am I accurate in stating that you can cheat and move on the next day? And ladies, would you leave your husband of 10 plus years for having a one-night stand in Vegas? That bad boy was probably 15 minutes. You giving away the dog, the cat, the cars, the house for a 15-minute romp in Vegas? Would you break up the family for a fling? In other words, can a man be in a long-term marriage, have a one-night stand with a woman, and still be in love with his wife? Holla at your boy. Your voice is the change, your voice is the community. Your voice is on 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. You can also stream us via the brand new KBLA streaming app on your app store, iOS or Android. It don't matter. That same app allows you to send me your questions and comments that I will answer live at different intervals throughout the broadcast. Plus, like, share, and follow your favorite radio station live on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And feel free to follow me at Danny Mo Show on those same platforms too. Plus, me and my nighttime partner in crime, Robin Ayers, will take your comments via the ecosystem of our social network. Check this out. When we come forward, I will add another juicy 7 series to add to the topic of conversation tonight. Look, when men cheat on their wives, they're usually not under the impression that they're possibly leaving their wives at that time. Not unless they're already in a bad marriage. But some cats do eventually cheat and walk away. Sometimes run into that same mistress, leaving his wife obviously upset. That's why my 7 series tonight is 7 things bitter women say when he does officially leave. Robert, we gonna do it tonight. Words matter. And hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I will give you some of the hell women share when he's walking out the door. Buckle up, buttercup. Add to the conversation with your phone calls when we come forward. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show on Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Let's ride.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
This year marks 10 years strong of Covered California providing quality, affordable health insurance. Celebrate with us at the Community Wellness Fair on Tuesday, November 29th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Center of Hope Church, located at 9550 Crenshaw Boulevard in Inglewood. Enjoy an afternoon of free health screenings, various community resources, giveaways, and free lunch while supplies last. Enrollers will be on site to answer questions and help with the enrollment process. Covered California is looking forward to celebrating 10 years strong with the community next Tuesday, November 29th. See you there.
The Institute for Diversity Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192, or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org. The standard of excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Broadcasting live from Leimert Park, California. Streaming live on the KBLA YouTube page as we speak. I'm not here to tell you how to think, but I am here to tell you what to think about. We black in a spot. Another episode of the Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 1580. First on the scene, so fresh and so clean. Let's check in with the Thanksgiving queen. I'm headed, Eddie. Come on, let's go.
She's your queen. Potatoes, tomatoes,
well, it's passed already.
I want to know about your Thanksgiving. That's what I did.
You know what? It was the most low-key Thanksgiving I've had in years.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool, but on the flip side, my kids were sick.
That's
no, that's not cool. But we were all just chilling, made a whole feast. We cooked, and it was great. Watch sports and chill. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a really chill Thanksgiving. So.
Did they eat, the babies, since they were sick?
Not really. Not really. Yeah.
Sweet potato pie?
No, they didn't. No. They were kind of like picking a little bit at the food, but it was all good. I just, as long they're a lot better now. So
maybe your food was nasty and they trying to say they were sick.
No, sir. Actually, my food was the best it's been ever.
They looked at
it gets better and better every year.
Mama, I feel nauseous. I think I'm about to throw up or something.
Just because you can't cook and you have to go recruit somebody to get you a fried turkey.
Why you gonna do that
Don't
to
put
me?
it on
why
me.
You gonna do that to me
well,
like
because you be trying to flex.
Like
you be trying to flex, and so I have to let you know.
Which, by the way, shout out to my man. I appreciate you so so much. I got to get the company name. Yeah,
Alfonso, yeah. Shout out to Alfonso.
Alfonso gave me the company name, and I'll look that up. I forgot to bring that up inside my notes here, but I'm telling you, that turkey. I didn't think a deep fried turkey would reheat well, and it did. Because he even told me, you want it right out the grease, man. And when he brought it to me,
right. He was trying to get you to eat it right then and there, right?
I wanted to right there in the street, but of course, it was a day prior. But it reheated pretty well. I don't know if it was as good as right out the grease.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Oh, good.
My question is to both of y'all. What do you do when you reheat turkey? What do you put on it?
Either gravy or the juices that it was already cooked in.
So you don't add grease, butter, oil of any sort?
No, because all of that stuff had been added before. So if you reheat it, it'll just heat down with the turkey, right? So like all of the juices and plus we use butter anyway to cook it. So because it's like not what do you like when you refrigerate it, it condenses up.
Ferments it?
No, it doesn't ferment. It condenses? What is it?
Coagulates.
Okay. Y'all get it.
Is that the word?
Okay,
Thank
good.
you,
Okay, that's a good word.
So
It's a good word. But when you reheat it, it'll melt and then it'll be just like, turkey juice all over again.
I didn't put anything on it, and then it came out a touch drier than I wanted.
Okay.
And I added some olive oil on it. Is that okay, Mr. Chef?
Olive oil is fine. I actually would have thrown some cranberry sauce.
You know that's nasty, right? I told y'all last
cranberry
week.
sauce
yeah.
is everything.
See, you don't know what you missing now.
You really
it looks like
don't.
dog food when it comes out the can. What y'all
I
doing
don't
eating that
care.
stuff?
It's bomb. With turkey, it's bomb.
It's not.
But you could also make sandwiches, cut it all up, and just make some turkey sandwiches.
How long after can you still eat leftovers from Thanksgiving?
It's maxed out at like
Thursday night.
Right. Probably, let me see, Thursday night, all of Friday, like lunchtime, maybe dinner on Saturday. Sunday is out. Sunday is out.
So all of it has to go by Sunday morning.
Yeah.
What?
Well, the goal is for you to eat it before it has to go there. But when you get those, like even the turkey, when it's still, now it just looks dry, and we can't do that.
And what is that little jelly that forms on top of? What is that? What is that?
That's like the oil and butter and stuff.
That is what it is.
It's nasty.
Andy, what is that, Mr. Chef?
It is dried up oil.
It's nasty.
But when you cook it, that's the flavor right there.
It is.
Yeah.
But that, Robin, just 3 days? You know what? You got a family, so that matters.
Ours goes really fast.
She's right, by the way.
Makes sense. I was going to say a week.
I didn't have a bunch of people.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
too long.
You,
the week is too long.
Is it?
The week is too long.
You mean to tell me you would be eating Thanksgiving food on Thursday of this week? You're out of your mind. They're going to be pumping your stomach by Friday.
It could be turkey in the morning and ham later on in the evening. Doesn't have to be a full plate, but...
You can't stretch pork that far out into the week. You can't. You're going to be on the toilet till Christmas. What's going on? What's going on with the Raw Report today?
Oh, my goodness. Well, obviously, entertainment, business news, and your question of the day, as well as the motivational moment, which is good. There's just so much to talk about, really. I actually really love this. We'll talk about Frontier Airlines. We'll talk about Will Smith. We'll talk about Saweetie and why everybody is coming for her.
For good reason.
For
Bad timing.
reasons.
Good reason.
For reasons and some other things. So I'm excited about the Raw Report tonight.
That is the Raw Report coming up at the top of the hour. Don't forget, in the third hour, we might bring you a few more of the Upon Further Review clips that you all have sent us over the past few days. Clips that extend the conversation on some of the topics we've touched on recently on the Danny Mo Show. The first clip was sent to me from a guy named Russell the Magnificent. And this cat is breaking down why he believes black men keep going to jail for murder, claiming that it's male masculinity coupled with female emotional tendencies due to us being raised by women all the time. I go, ooh.
Wow.
You gotta hear it. A pretty interesting perspective. The second clip is from a young woman that breaks down how she never should have to spend her money. It's always his money. When they go out to eat, his money. Movies, his money. Shopping, his money. Her money, his money, her money.
Wow.
And why are you smiling? Looks like you agree.
It's interesting. I'm just interested.
It looks like you agree. That's just...
No, not at all.
You a married woman. It's both y'all money. And the third clip is a powerful one I wanted to play you last week from a woman that equates living as a black person in America is almost the same as playing the game of Monopoly with someone who keeps cheating at the game. Pretty powerful. Upon further review, clips all coming up in the third hour after the Raw Report. Also, KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event, and it is coming. Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass. Join us for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There will be entertainment, food trucks, a diverse array of vendors, along with attendance and participation from community leaders and elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 and our social media platforms for all the important details. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you. But in the meantime and in between time, make sure you like, share, comment, follow us on all socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube right now. And download that KBLA app. You can use the open mic feature to say whatever you want to say if you don't want to call us live on the air. Scurry cat. That's the new KBLA app exclusively from KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about, but tonight, check it out. We are continuing the conversation from last Wednesday by simply asking the controversial question once again. Can a man be in a long-term marriage, have a one-night stand with a woman, and still be in love with his wife? Robin, you blazed it up last Wednesday. I tossed the ball over to you. Boom.
It's almost unfair to hand this to me at 9:29 with a minute to go.
You want to sit on it?
I want to sit on it because when we come forward, I got a lot to say. I have notes and everything.
Do you?
I have notes. This is my first time. Just in case we get a couple callers who really want to go in, I have notes, so I'm better prepared.
One caller in specifics.
Specifically, if she'd like to call back, that would be nice.
Call, we could do this again.
It'd be fantastic.
I don't like to see women fight, but you know what?
We don't fight. There is no fighting. I don't fight anybody.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No. Stop it, Andy.
It was just a little heated last Wednesday.
No, it was not. It was not. We just had she stated her point. I stated mine. Mine was correct, and hers was. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. No fighting. There is no fighting. I don't like that. We don't pit women against each other. That's not what we do.
Somebody's throwing down the gauntlet right now. That's all I'm saying.
No, she had very, very valid points, and I agreed with some of the things that she said.
We will see if she agrees tonight. News and traffic right now. We continue on the other side. Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The U.S. Postal Service has announced its shipping deadlines for packages to arrive by Christmas Eve. The deadline for regular ground service is December 17th. Priority mail must be sent by December 19th, and the Priority Mail Express deadline is December 23rd. New data shows life insurers paid out a record $100 billion in benefits last year. The American Council of Life Insurers reports that's a jump of nearly 11% from 2020. The amount of life insurance policies sold last year also went up just over 6%. Former President Trump is seeing even more criticism for his recent meeting with Kanye West and white national Nick Fuentes at his Florida resort. The Orthodox Union released a statement saying Trump's association with them is deeply worrisome. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys. Because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley. As KBLA Talk 1580 host, we never quite know where the conversation is going to go. But sometimes our guests really surprise us.
Let me just close with saying I downloaded your app while we were talking. It's a terrific app. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying your format and what have you. I will tweet it to my several 100,000 followers and call their attention to it as well.
If the KBLA 1580 app is enticing enough for our guests to download and share, you should download the app and share with your friends too. That's beautiful. What you say? So, download the KBLA 1580 app today and take us with you wherever you go. KBLA Talk 1580.
You are now rocking with the best.
We got a lot to talk about.
One
on Saturday, December 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out and enjoy a free community health fair, co-sponsored by Pleasant Hill Baptist Church Health Ministry and the Central Neighborhood Health Foundation. The fair will be held on the church grounds at 2009 West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard with free health screenings, refreshments, jumpers for the kids, a visit from Santa, entertainment with a DJ, free food giveaway for the first 100 people who attend, as well as raffles and other prizes. There will also be open enrollment health insurance representatives present. Attendees can get free blood pressure, glucose, HIV and STD testing, a dental screening, fluoride varnish, COVID testing, vaccines and boosters. Flu shots will also be offered. Housing navigation, mental health support, and education services will be available. Don't miss this free community health fair. Tell somebody and receive the gift of preventative health services this season. See you all on Saturday, December 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2009 West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Los Angeles.
Congratulations to this week's KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week, LA County Department of Children and Family Services. LA County Department of Children and Family Services promotes child safety and well-being by partnering with communities to strengthen family. Congratulations, LA County DCFS.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Come on, we're gonna be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much. And after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs, you're gonna need it.
Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
Oh my God.
Join us for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be entertainment, food trucks, and a diverse array of vendors, along with attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 and our social media platforms for all the important details. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now, it's a celebration.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Someone's watching me.
KBLA Talk 1580 Monday night, back at the spot, keeping it hot. Robin A is in the building, so is DJ Andy. Appreciate you. I want to say
Danny Moe in the building.
In the spot. I want to say real quick, by the way, some of you saw me post inside my story last night that I was in a Sunday mood, pretty emotional. And just real quick, update on my sister, because a lot of you are asking, which I appreciate. The family's made a decision that my sister will be cremated. And the reason I was emotional last night is because my sister's daughter is next of kin. Mm-hmm. And she's just a young lady, you know what I'm saying? 19, 20. And we had our first conversation last night. And, you know, the conversation in the middle of the family, cremation versus funeral. You know, there's certain people that think that it's not biblical to go with cremation. I don't want to get into all that. But what took me aback is she and I lost touch. She's been in school. I've been doing my thing. We hadn't talked for a few years. And the first time I talked to her was last night after a few years. And she sounded exactly like my sister at that age. Mm-hmm. That messed me up. It messed me up. Mm-hmm. So we talked for a while on what the plans are. And looks like we're all on the right page. All on the same page. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that was reaching out, word about me. I posted, I was just up last night crying. I ain't gonna front. I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning just crying. Because to hear that voice coming out of her daughter's beautiful mom, it was just like, it got me. So, that's it. But back to you, though. Tonight, we are continuing the conversation from Wednesday by simply asking the controversial question once again. Can a man be in a long-term marriage, have a one-night stand with a woman, and still be in love with his wife? Queen Robin. Let's go. Part 2. You were on fire last Wednesday.
Right.
I'll bring it to you on Monday. What do you think of this entire topic of conversation tonight?
Well, you know what I think of this conversation.
Yes, I do.
There are a few things. So, all right. People, mainly women, because this is where I'm going to get the backlash if I get it at all tonight. It will probably be majority of it is going to be from women. So women mainly think that marriage is about love. And if you do something if you step out on our relationship, you don't love me. This is what they're misconstruing. Marriage itself is not about love per se. Marriage is a partnership, is really what that is. It's a union. That feeling of being in love, this is why I try to tell my girlfriends who are single, and they have this idea of, you know, the butterflies and all of that stuff. And I'm like, you have to prepare yourself mentally that at some point is going to go. At some point, he's not going to be all over you. You're not going to be all over him. That has its ebbs and flows, right? That comes and it goes. Mm-hmm. So the union is what you are agreeing to. So I went and took it upon myself, because, you know, I like to look stuff up. Mm-hmm. So typical vows when you're getting married. I mean, in every religion, wherever you get married, kind of they have their own. But for the most part, the vows are to have and to hold from this day forward, which means from this day on, mm-hmm. right? It doesn't. There's nothing in there that says we'll revisit this in 10 years or 15 years or whatever. Right. So to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and health, to love and to cherish till death do us part.
Better or worse. It's right there.
Better or worse. So that says to me that the vows, to me, that means unconditional. You are in this partnership unconditionally. I'm going to love you unconditionally. So the fact that you step out on me, or you have this one night, because the show is about having a one night stand, does that mean that you don't love me? Absolutely not. It does mean that you just, you know, because here's another thing. Going back to the to the internet, okay, the male sexual appetite is predominantly going to be, it's more male driven than it is women driven, mm-hmm. right? Because of this testosterone and all of that, we kind of know that, and it doesn't mean that he doesn't love. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I've already said that. There's nothing about it that I'm going to change on that. It's not right, nor do I condone it. But it just means that he had a moment, or he chose to, or, you know, maybe he's lacking something at home. That still doesn't give him a right. But I'm saying that it's possible that in this man's mind, he's not, there's not something at home that's going to make him go home and get that, right?
The reason women would have a problem with that is you're saying that they're somewhat responsible for him doing dirt.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, you know, I don't think like that either. I don't think now I'm not going to do anything so that my man won't do something. I'm going to do what I think is right. I'm also going to check in with him. We check in with each other. We do the whole like report card type of thing. Wow. How am I doing here? Where can I?
And y'all married. Y'all ain't got to do that, but y'all do that. That's
course.
Awesome.
But yeah, you check in with your kids, don't you? Woo. You know, like I check in with my kids. How's everything going? You know, do you need more love? Do you need us to talk more? Do you need us to hang out a little bit more? How are you feeling? You check in with your friends. How's it going with you? You know, like we should get together for brunch soon. We should check in, right? We do that with all of our other relationships, but why is it that once we get into a marriage, we feel like we can just take that for granted?
Because they should know.
No, and
you
that's
know
not
me.
right.
You've known me for all this time. They should know.
And because it's the same thing, and I know you've heard this before, but it's the same thing as buying a car and not taking it to get a tune-up or some sort of like maintenance on the car. You have to check in with your car. Like I got a brand new car. I'm still going to the dealership, even though it's brand new. I'm still going to the dealership once it reaches a certain amount of mileage to check up on my baby, right? It's the same thing with any relationship and not just marriage.
Ooh. So if a man does cheat on his woman, and it is cheating, he can still love her. He just slipped, and he was at his worst at that moment. Doesn't make him a bad man. Doesn't even make him a bad husband. It makes him a flawed husband that screwed up at some point.
Yes, and I'll further it to say, and this is another part that I think is not heard as much. I'm talking about a good man.
Come on.
I'm talking about
give him the definition. Come on.
To me, the good man means that, and only you know what that means for you. I know what it means for me. I know that when I look at my man and I'm like, you know what, I choose to follow his lead. I choose to, whenever something goes awry, I'm like, I'm going to call him because he'll know what to do. And not only that, not only will he know what to do, he's going to drop everything to make sure I'm good. He's going to drop everything to make sure his kids are good. He's going to drop everything to make sure it's paid for. And if I don't have the funds right here, right now, let me hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure it's taken care of. And it's not just about the money per se, but it's about letting this man be a man. Not only that, but all the other things that come along with it. For me, that makes him good to me.
Right.
And so for each woman, that is going to vary, right? Your own definition. So I'm saying if you have a good man, I can't stand it when I hear my deal breaker is that he cheats on me. I'm out. Well, then you're breaking the vows.
Facts.
You're breaking the vows.
That's
Think
true.
about that. According to what I just read, which most people say these vows, most of the people that I know, those are the vows. It doesn't say, it says to have and to hold, for better, for worse. Sickness and health. So that means that if he steps out, that doesn't mean that
I never thought about that.
It doesn't say that within these vows.
Nothing about loyalty in the vows.
It does not say anything about loyalty. It says for better, for worse. Woo! So if you break up with him and choose to divorce or separate or whatever, you, in fact, are the one truly breaking the vows.
Woo, that's a nugget. I never thought about that.
It goes deep.
Fellas, y'all get to cheating, man. It's wide open. It ain't even on paper.
That's not right, Danny.
I'm playing, of course. You know what? That is a very, very good breakdown on where we're going tonight. Do you agree or disagree, y'all? Hit us up, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. Zell said, oh my God, she is on fire. Yes, she is. When we come forward, your 7 series of the night, 7 things bitter women say when he does officially leave. This is the Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Yvonne Wheeler appointed new president of the LA County Federation of Labor. Maisha Cairo here with your K Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. November 21st made it official. Yvonne Wheeler was elected the new president of the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor. The historic unanimous vote by her peers makes Wheeler the first ever black woman to hold the title, and this makes her one of the most influential people in Los Angeles politics. The LA Fed is the second largest central labor body in the nation. It's a federation of over 300 affiliated union and labor organizations that represent more than 800,000 members. LA Fed is known for fighting better wages, establishing respect in the workplace, and the vast political influence their endorsements hold. Wheeler's election comes in the wake of a political scandal involving former LA Fed President Ron Herrera and 3 city council members where they were recorded making racist remarks during a meeting about redistricting. Follow KBLA on social media at KBLA 1580.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP accident attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to this week's KBLA Talk 1580 Office of the Week, LA County Department of Children and Family Services. LA County Department of Children and Family Services promotes child safety and well-being by partnering with communities to strengthen family. Congratulations, LA County DCFS.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
And we got a 7 series to get into tonight. Andy, blaze it up. Come on, let's go.
One topic, 7 answers. It's time for the 7 series on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Look, when men cheat on their wives, they're usually not under the impression that they're possibly leaving their wives permanently, not unless they're in a bad marriage already. But some cats do eventually cheat and walk away. Sometimes even run into that mistress, leaving the wife obviously upset. That's why my 7 series tonight is 7 things bitter women say when he does officially leave. Words matter. If you want to join the discussion, you know how we get down for the town. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. 7 things bitter women say when he does officially leave. 1, you just want to run to that B. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some women believe that if you're leaving them, it can't be because they've screwed up. There has to be someone else. According to her, you just want to go and start dating simple bitchs. Problem is, sometimes there is no side chick. There is no affair. It is them. But they don't want to believe that. And that's the first thing bitter women say when he does officially leave.
I think so, too. And I think the problem with that I kind of see deeper is the fact that she keeps bringing up sort of his past. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if you are going to forgive him, then you have to actually forgive him and not continue to bring up other women or whatever. So
Can a player change his ways? If you get with a man that you know has an illustrious past, his body count is 10,000.
Ew. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Can he change his ways and become a devoted father and husband?
Sure.
But like you said, you can't be throwing it in his face all the time. No.
Well, you mean a cheater or just a man who's had a past? Because if he's
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just because he has a high body count doesn't make him a cheater.
Right, because if he was single doing all of that, then by all means, do what you do. I still think it's nasty, but do what you do, right? However, if you were with somebody, that's a little bit different.
Well, I've said it on the show before. A real player is when a guy is messing with a bunch of women and they all know each other.
Right.
And they all know that he's messing with them.
Yeah.
When he's Nick Cannon, that's a player. Not an intelligent player, but a player nonetheless. Here's number 2. That is why I slept with your best friend. This ain't even your baby. No, it's not true. Calm down. Well, it better not be. Your son does have your best friend's ears, though. But some women think that proclaiming that another man fathered your child hurts you badly. And in some ways it does. But if true, it also reveals that she has been a liar the entire time herself at the same time, making it easier to walk away, by the way. And that is the second thing bitter women say when he does officially leave.
That's so toxic.
Women do that sometimes. You know how white people always reach for that N-word when they want to get us upset?
Oh, yeah.
That's what y'all women do to us.
That's what some women do. That's not all women.
Well, I didn't say all women.
You said that's what y'all women do.
Y'all.
So when you do y'all women, that you literally pointed when y'all, that's what y'all women, and I'm like, I don't do that.
I'm just saying the female gender is all I'm saying.
Can I just say this real quick? That's why it's so important to really understand who you are dating before you go any further.
Come on.
Before you commit, before you have a baby, before you get married or whatever, because what is this person's style? Like, I don't like that whole toxicity. At some point, I think we're grown enough to want peace in our lives. Like, what's wrong with, like, I don't like that whole, like, let's break up to make up type thing. That gets old, and to me, that's played out, like, in the 20s. I never really did that anyway, but I hate that. I like peace.
But, Robin, he fine, though. Look at the muscles on him.
It ain't enough fine in the world. It ain't enough fine in the world. I'm not going through anything like that.
You've never been with a man that has been so attractive, not just physically, maybe his personality and everything, great sense of humor, maybe he's intelligent, that you do things outside your character. That's never happened to you?
Well, remember, my story's a little bit different. I've only had like one other boyfriend, really.
Yeah.
And then my boyfriend, I guess maybe out of like that young-mindedness kind of made me act outside of my character a little bit. But nothing crazy. I'm not like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You
like
ain't
that
never
whole.
slashed no tires ever?
No, I ain't never slashed no tires.
I'll
I'm not
bust the
calling
windows
you
out your
outside
car.
your name. No, I'm not busting windows out your car. No.
I love that song. Here's number 3. You will not ever see your child ever again if you leave. Nothing hurts a man more than when you mess with his kids. But what she doesn't know is that the courts will determine visitation anyway, not her. And that's the third thing bitter women say when he does officially leave. Don't you hate when they involve the kids?
I do hate that. And then I think also there's a lot of people who won't even deal with the courts. People are afraid of law and anything that it entails. So like going a step further to involve like courts and getting, the courts to be involved is for some people out of the question. That's why she has like power when it comes to saying you're not going to see your kids, because they both know, like, I know people like that. Yeah, you're not going to want to deal with the courts. I think that's really unfortunate, but there are some people like that.
That's heartbreaking. Here's number 4. I will make sure child support cleans you out. Some women want the state to siphon as much money from you as possible. Why? The more broke you are, the less likely you'll move on and leave her behind. You'll also, presumably, be less appealing to other women. This never works, by the way. Good men aren't single for long, broke or rich, by the way, ladies. And that is the 4th thing bitter women say when he does officially leave.
You can tell in the beginning how a man would be if he's going to be generous, if he's going to be a caretaker, if he's going to take care of you, your kids, or whatever. You can tell that in the beginning, and you could also tell what a woman is going to be. She shows that early on. Is she going to be understanding? Is she going to understand if you stop working, if you're in between jobs? If you can tell those types of things early on if you're thinking with the right head, and so I think that's actually very, very important.
I've made the case before that if a woman is still giving her ex that kind of just anger and venom and resentment, she still wants him. You buy that?
I don't know if she still wants him. I just think that she's definitely not healed, and she still is very hurt by him. There's like some door that's not closed, but I don't know if it's that she wants him or not.
That's fair. Here's number 5. You need to stop listening to your stupid mama. If your woman is foul, your mom and family are already constantly telling you to leave her anyway. She knows this. And she may even confront them after the breakup, or she may call them to implicate you for ruining everything to save face. That's the 5th thing bitter women say when he does officially leave.
I mean, you might even feel that way, but when you start calling family members and mamas out of their names too, like, you can't do that.
I've seen some mess. I've seen some mess. I've seen some mess when a breakup. Oh, man, I've seen some mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fisticuff mess.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on now. Because if if she starts lying on him when he leaves, saying, yeah, and he used to beat me, it opens up the door to all of these cousins and uncles and everything saying, let's go get that fool.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's like, yeah, y'all need to go get him.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, don't do that to that cat. He could lose his life out there.
Absolutely. These women, and then when you're acting in the moment, you don't care.
Here's number 6. I'm pregnant. Oh, the old anchor baby trick. Oh, the old keep an N-word baby. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now remember, she might be, but don't take her word for it. Ask her to pee on that stick or something. I mean, today, in front of you, if possible, with a follow-up doctor's appointment. For those that don't know, women are buying positive pregnancy tests online these days. Did y'all know that? According to ABC News, I looked it up. States are selling positive pregnancy tests on Craigslist for $25 each. Online ads for the test suggest women are buying them for a number of reasons. Some may leverage the test to get longtime boyfriends to finally pop the question, while others might be using the test to prank their parents. Anything is possible. Don't be fooled. And that is the 6th thing bitter women say when he does officially leave.
I see it happening online.
And then, when he does pop the question and say, let's get married, you say, oh, I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage.
Yep.
And he ain't going to cancel the wedding.
Yeah. And what's unfortunate is that I think it's like Clear Blue, like a real brand that's doing these tests. It's crazy. It's supposed to be prank tests, but it's really crazy. They're so realistic.
See, y'all women are foul. See?
Look at there you go again. There you go again.
What type of women are buying those things? Come on.
Yeah, somebody who's trying to trap.
That is for sure. And here's the final one of the women that bitter women say when he does officially leave. Number 7 is, don't go to sleep. Listen, if a woman tells you not to go to sleep around her, don't do it, King. That old movie Burning Bed, y'all remember that one? Huh? Wasn't made for no reason. That's the 7th and final thing bitter women say when he does officially leave. What was it? Al Green had a pot of grits dropped on him? Was that Al Green?
I don't know.
I think so. Y'all, you can't beat up a man and hurt a man when he in his sleep. Let the man sleep at least.
No.
Get into an argument when he wakes up or something.
I don't want to do that. But I did want to shout out Marcus and shout out to True Monger. They're all up on our in our chat going on YouTube. So this is fun. I like interacting with everybody.
What's the question of the night tonight?
Yeah, it says True Monger said, "Is it the same when women step out?"
Yeah, somebody, I'm going to read some comments by the end of the night because our social's been on fire. A young lady said, if a woman does the same thing, how does a man react?
Yeah, we're definitely not done with the topic. So, after the Raw report, I'm sure we will get to some things because there's other people mentioning some comments in my DMs as well. So,
absolutely. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. That was your 7th series of the night. On the other side, we have got your Raw report, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about right now. This is your news and traffic. Check it out.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The U.S. Postal Service has announced its shipping deadlines for packages to arrive by Christmas Eve. The deadline for regular ground service is December 17th. Priority mail must be sent by December 19th, and the Priority Mail Express deadline is December 23rd. New data shows life insurers paid out a record $100